everybody, and welcome to day 32. So, on today's day 32, it's no secret, look up the secret, that, oh, I had it upside down. I'm sorry. The secret. This is, and if you didn't know, there's actually series of these. There's The Power and different, there's other books. But The Secret is something that I've constantly referenced a lot. And even in my bedroom, I have a huge piece of canvas that actually has quite a few of the quotes in it on it from this book, from the multitude of philosophers that contributed to the book and the research that she did to contribute to the Rhonda Rhimes to make this book. This was a woman that was homeless and is a billionaire. Like, I believe she's a billionaire. If she's not, she's a millionaire quite a few times over. And it has always been something that I always found to be powerful. There's one thing in here that has stuck with me, and I wanted to talk with you today about it because I think it would be beneficial to a lot of people in a lot of sense. The book is really based on a premise of ask, believe, and receive. And when you listen to The Multitude, I honestly prefer the movie. If you listen to the multitude of philosophers and entrepreneurs and different things that people have talked about in the book, you'll get a sense of how they're able to achieve all three of them. So, I thought to myself, have I ever put this into place where I've actually been able to get all three? Because here's the thing. In general, we don't have a problem to ask for anything, right? We can sit on our couch and ask for anything from a pint of ice cream to, hopefully one day to win Powerball or whatever. But what happens in a lot of cases, I don't care how much you believe in God or whatever your spiritual sense is, what happens is that we are never able to get past the believe and receive. The power in which we hold mentally has always been proven to be very magnetic, right? We attract that which we think about all the time. We achieve what, and I mean, you may not notice that, and if you take heed to it, you'll notice that your patterns of things that you constantly are doing is because you keep attracting those same different things. But what if you actually believed in all three concepts and was able to achieve everything that you wanted? In the book, they talk about the whole theory of how do you get from A to B to C, ask, believe, receive. How do you get to those? And what happens is, like, I could sit here and I could ask for success as a motivational speaker and author in the fashion and everything that I'm trying to do. I can ask for that. But what makes it unachievable is that if I don't believe it internally. And see, you got to understand something. The power to which you hold, the forces in which you're able to bring, if you don't believe it, you can never, ever get to receive it. And the book tells you that, and just in general, like, I get that. And, like, and I take different little things in my life, and I said to myself, the things that I had passion for, I've received. And because I believed in it, I believed in the receipt of it before I did anything else. Right? So, and what I mean by that, and they even tell you that in the book, is that you have to think in everyday language of you've already gotten it. How will you feel? And in the movie, they even show this guy who, and I thought it was amazing, and it was pretty powerful to me, is that, he wanted a new car. He wanted a sports car and so forth. And, he did a little funny thing. If you've never seen the movie, he's actually sitting on his couch and he's like, he's picturing himself sitting in this sports car that he always wanted because he believed so much that he would be in it that he would receive it. And sure enough, they show him later on that he did receive the sports car of what he wanted. I truly, truly believe that if we believe in the concept of ask, believe, receive, if we can't really get in our minds that we believe we will receive it, we never will. Like, it's so funny because I tell Bree all the time on the show, and you know, before the show or after the show, we have our little powwows and stuff like that. I tell her all the time, I believe 2019 is my year. I never believed that before. For some reason, now here's the thing. I have always asked for it to be my year, right? I've always asked for it, for success, different. But this year is different. There is something internally with me that believes that this year is my year. So because I live on this daily, you know, process of, yes, you know, like this project, 50 days until I'm 50, it came to me. God gave this to me and told me to do it. So I believed in what he is asking me to do. Now, what I'm going to receive, I don't know. Now, the receipt may possibly be what I seem to see happening on a consistent basis is that it's inspirational. A lot of people have reached out to me. A lot of people have reached out to me on Facebook. A lot of people have reached out to me personally through my DMs and stuff. You know, thank you for me for giving them a message that they did not have the courage to say. They love the transparency. That's why we say, you know, it is a very bold move to not remain hidden. I don't, there's nothing for me to hide. Like, you know, you see posts all the time with people say, oh, you know, you should keep some stuff secret. Not, what, for what? Like, well, I mean, keep what secret? Like, I don't know. I don't know, my sock drawers, you know, my sock drawers are a mess. Like, I don't know. Like, what, you know, what are you keeping secret within your life? Like, what is, I mean, life is meant to be enjoyed and received by all and encourage all. No matter what, you know, is happening. But, you know, we go through this process, and I thought to myself, is a lot of things that I felt that didn't come from me, it wasn't because I didn't believe in it. When you look at ask, believe, receive, we don't have a problem asking for anything. We just don't. And my daughter would laugh at me all the time. And we joke about it now, but, you know, when she was looking at colleges and stuff, you know, it just, I remember like it was yesterday, and she was applying for schools, and I said to her, you know, you have to believe that you'll receive it. And she's like, oh, mommy, here you go with that ask, believe, receive. I said it works. And it's so funny because she told me later, yeah, I put that into my head that I was going to receive a scholarship. She got 2. So when I look at things and it's so cool, the concept of ask, believe, receive, because you can put it in the context of tons of different things. You know, you can put it in when it comes to you're asking to start a business in 2019, and you have to believe that this is your year to start it, and you will receive the resources necessary and knowledge and support necessary because you've gotten to ask and you've gotten to believe. See, believe is actually the attraction part of it, right? Because you can ask for anything, but you have to believe in it internally and mentally, and that is where the energy comes from, and it's going to attract all of that to you. It's so funny because I've had some issues that I was dealing with, and I had lawyers involved and all these different things, but you know, throughout the whole process, I just believed that I would prevail. Like, it didn't matter what was going on. I just, every day I was like, and sure enough, I receive that I prevail. So it is, even when you battle health-wise, you know, it one of the things that I deal with on a daily basis, just like Wendy Williams, I have Graves' disease. Graves' disease is no joke. You know, I may be on videos and do the podcast and all these different things, and Missy Elliott has Graves' disease. You know, it is horrible sometimes. You know, so I take medicine to maintain my thyroid levels and different things like that. But it is a horrible thing to sometimes deal with. You know, but I just believe like I will be fine because I'm opting to. I would prefer not to have surgery. So when you look at your health, and then you know, you take fitness, and I said to myself, you know, I still want to lose more weight. And over the holidays, it kicked my ass. Like, I gained some weight. And I was just like, okay, I'm asking that I get back on track. I believe I will get back on track, and I am now on track. And it's like businesses. Like, I have my vision wall, which they talk about in the book, of you being able to see your vision. You have to, in order for you to believe in anything, you have to also be able to see it. And they say that which you can feel will come to life. So as we move in on day 32, I said, you know, on this day 32, what if you start believing? What if in 2019, everything that you're asking for, you now believe you'll receive it? And live in that moment. You know, it was so funny because like when my marriage was over 7 years ago, or 7 years ago, you know, and I didn't have a vehicle, one of the hardest things I was going through was I was traveling 20 something miles away from my home through public transportation. You know, so it required me to take a bus, a train, and another bus. And my commute was about 2 hours each way every day. And for a minute there, you know, I kept going through that self-pity, you know, I didn't believe in anything. You know, I kept asking for a new job, I didn't believe in nothing. You know, oh, woe's me, and then. But then I started to transition, and I said, I'm now going to believe that I will get a new job. It was funny because I wasn't believing in getting a car. Like, I just didn't want it. I was associating my weight loss with, and I still do to this day, associate my weight loss with my ability to walk. And the powerfulness of walking is that you are allowed to be in your own thoughts. You know, because we live these busy lives. We're always here, always doing this for the kids, and then. You know, and it was like my walking was my ability to start believing. So, and here's the thing about ask, believe, receive. It has to be extremely precise. It cannot be a broad range of things. If you are asking to lose 10 pounds, then focus on that 10 pounds and believe you will do so. If you're asking for a new job, focus on that. Even if you're saying you want to start a company, be specific about the company in which you want to start and believe that it will happen, or at least give yourself the minimum of saying in 2019 it will begin. So when I look at this and I remember walking, and I remember my thoughts changed, and it wasn't about me, oh, I need a new job. It was like, I am going to get a new job. And I was very specific about my request. I requested that my new job be in the city. I wanted to be closer to home. I wanted to be closer to my daughter. I knew I was going to get it. And sure enough, within 30 days, I had a brand new job offer. So, and I'm in my glory. I love my job to no end. But what I'm saying to you is go into 2019, put it up on your sticky, ask, believe, receive, and then put on there what you are specifically asking for. Live your life in the moment that you believe that everything that you are asking for you deserve, and it will happen. And what if in 2019 you started believing? You can only imagine what you'll receive. All right, everybody. On to tomorrow.